about why that is. All right, I probably need to point that there, yeah. So there's a lot of aspects of climate change that are going to affect your agritourism, your family, your community, your bottom line, your work-life balance, your productivity. But the first thing to think about is almost like a pyramid, and we'll be talking about, you want to get family, farmer, and community input, and that's going to be your base. And you don't want that input to be, like the James Ranch lady was saying, you don't want it to be acrimonious, because if you have an acrimonious environment with yourself, within yourself, and we do have conflicting ideas about how we ourselves feel about climate change, your family may have a different idea. Your collaborating farmers, your neighbors may have a different idea. And so to kind of bring that together is part of coping with climate change. I'm kind of, there we go, telling you what I'm going to tell you, then I'm going to tell you, and then, of course, like a professor, I'm going to tell you what I just told you. Climate change is going to have an impact on your commodities, so your product, be it beef cattle or vegetables, or maybe you don't have a lot of product, but you have a tour guide operation, or maybe a dude ranch, and that is your product. Climate change is going to affect that. It's going to affect the way your land looks, the kind of land you can rent, the expense of that land, the kind of soil you may or may not end up with, and plainly in this area, water, 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 water. Labor issues are going to be a real hot topic, and it's going to determine a lot of what you can and cannot offer. It's going to be on a case-by-case basis. Climate change is going to affect the farm facilities and the farm's features. It's going to affect the public. Will they come? Yes, they will, and I'll demonstrate that there's demand. But if it's a super windy day, if it's hot, if it's miserable, are they going to come on that particular day? And how many of those days are they going to skip? They had plans to visit you, but they can't because it's just too miserable. That's going to affect someone's bottom line. Government policies are going to affect you. The whole thing needs to come around to profitability. So I don't want to sound like Scrooge McDuck, but if you're not profitable, you're not going to be able to contribute. You're not going to stay in business. You're not going to be able to contribute to the local economy, and you're not going to be able to expand, grow, sequester carbon, do all those wonderful things that we farmers do. You have to be profitable. Come on, dude. There we go. And then at the very end, once certain things are in place, then you're in a good position to do the planning, do any pivoting that's necessary if you need to change something radically, adapt in small ways or large ones, and then do a little bit of education for your community and for other people that will come. Education is going to be more and more important as time goes on in the agritourism sector.